Okay, it's time for another build update on my Cobra that I'm doing. You can see I've got the engine in at this point, got the transmission mounted, put on some of the accessories. I've spot welded in the headers at this point, and it looks kind of messy, but I'm going to take it to a professional to go ahead and get it finished. And I may even, hopefully they can replace some of the pipe and make it seamless so it doesn't have those connectors in there. And I've got the side pipes installed at this point. I had the body on and I just pulled it back off to make sure the side pipes fit. And as you know, this is a street beast, so the parts are not available. Those are factory 5 side pipes, and I can't remember where I got the headers from. A company out of Wisconsin is where I got the headers from. And so you can see also I've got my carburator on. Just it's not tightened down. I'm just kind of mocking everything up and making sure I don't have clearance issues. I am worried I'm going to have to get a smaller air cleaner than I want because the distributor's huge. That's I believe they're called the DUI one-wire distributor. On the front here, I've got my alternator that is going to be the final piece. This bracket was from like a 1988 Bronco. I'm going to cut it down a little bit, but I think I'm still going to use the bracket, clean it up, get it powder coated. Water pump, and there's another bracket from that Bronco. The problem is the pulley on the harmonic balancer is just way too big from the Bronco, plus the pulley that goes on the water pump doesn't fit right. And looking at my Bronco, I have a 69 Bronco, it looks like the 302 pulleys look like they will work on here, kind of like they do in my Bronco when I can set it up like my Bronco. So that's what I'm planning on doing. I haven't bought my radiator yet, so I haven't done that. Over here, you can see I got the headers in also. I went ahead and decided to go with power steering. Kind of changed my mind on it. When I had the body on, I made sure this cleared, and it barely, it's like got about an inch clearance to the fender. I think there is a master cylinder reservoir you can get for a Ford Villager van that'll click into there, and then I can relocate the reservoirs over to the firewall. Also, you can see that I've gotten the steering column in, at least mocked up. Also, you can see the linkage for the carburetors in, and I got that off like a 98 Mustang, maybe. I think it was a 6-cylinder, and it, you know, I got it off of that, and I actually pulled the gas pedal off like a 1980 LTD out of a junkyard. It had the same exact linkage connection on the gas pedal as that Mustang did from 98, which was kind of surprising. Looking down here, got all the pedals in. You can see there's the gas pedal. I may have to do a slight modification of the gas pedal and cut the rod and move it over a little bit because it's not lining up like I'd like it to, and it's causing a little bit of a catch. The brake pedal and clutch are off of a Fox Body Mustang, which lined up perfectly with the brake booster, which was off of a 96 to 98 Mustang. And so surprisingly the pedals all lined up perfectly. Kind of shocking, but I guess I didn't change them that much. And this is an Ididit steering column, and I guess that's about it for today. You can see it's kind of a mess. I need to get in here with my air hose and blow everything out, but I'm going to get the side pipes powder coated here pretty quickly. I'm going to get the headers welded and powder coated and get them back on. But and then I've got to get the whole pulley situation sorted out as my next step, and go from there. I did fit the body on pretty good while I had it on, and ended up having to cut some of the unfortunately had to cut some of the body because it's warped. It sat in someone's garage for 10 years. So I had to cut it. I'm going to have to rebuild up the fiberglass around those areas where I had to cut it. I even cut the frame. I even had to cut the frame in a couple places to try to make the body fit better, but it didn't really help. Cutting the frame right here, I got to re-weld that back up. I cut the frame so that it would sit farther because it was sitting up too high in the back. And I think several other Street Beast owners are having the same issue. So I've got to, when I put the body back on, I've got to resize this and then re-weld it back up together. It's no big deal. Go from there. But I'm probably going to, you know, I've got to get the pulleys worked out and get other stuff done. Clean up what I've done over here on the throttle linkage. And then I guess I'll start thinking about doing the wiring and doing a little painting on the firewall. It's going to get painted next. I'll have to pull that back off and sand it down and paint it and then put everything back together. And so a bunch of little projects, and then hopefully do the wiring harness and actually start the engine. So that's hopefully in the next 2 or 3 weeks I'll get the engine going and go from there. That's my update. Have a good week.